It's presently 5:27. I probably sound like I just woke up, and I did. And we're gonna do some filming this morning. I recently became inspired by Ted Nemeth's YouTube channel, where he's trying to give people good advice about cinematography with respect to flying cameras, as he likes to call it, which I think is it's a great concept or I should say the way of saying it, right? Like instead of calling it a drone, I think it's great that you call it a flying camera. Let's go through some of the advice that Ted gives and some of the trouble that you'll face when you try to put it into practice. Number one is location. Number two is you've got a limited amount of time in golden hour to operate. And three is, what are you going to do when you get there? Okay, so let's talk about number one, location. The first place I tried to go to, and I had a whole idea in my head about what it was going to look like and what was going to happen. When I got there during golden hour, it was already taken. Other people know it's golden hour, and if you've scouted out a good place, other people are going to be there too, most likely. If it's a somewhat busy location or a busy town or wherever you are, it's probably going to have people in it. So you got to account for that. I had a backup plan. You should have a backup plan. So that night, I moved spots and went to another location. Let's talk about the project. For my project, I chose I am a photographer. I wanted to keep the project as simple as possible because I knew that I was going to face a number of challenges to get this done. I knew it needed to be about a minute in length. I knew that there was only going to be a couple of scenes that I could shoot. Didn't need to tell an accurate story about me, I just needed to tell a story. The fact that most of the footage is actually cinematography and not photography, that doesn't matter. The point is, the subject in that short is a photographer. This project is actually multi-layered, right? The first layer is this simple project of I am a photographer, very straightforward. And just the act of filming that is one project. Then there's the act of describing how that was done and the challenges that I faced. And that's what this is. That's what you and I are doing right now. So really there's two projects involved in one project. Then there's a third level, which is I'm not going to do this once, right? So I am a photographer attempt one, it's it's attempt number one. We're going to do this more than one time. So I'm going to be scouting out locations to do attempt number two, attempt number three, and each time I'll add something new. It'll be new locations, but I'll try to find new scenes to add to the story. We'll make it longer, more sophisticated. And as time goes on, these conversations will grow as well, and I'll be able to explain new challenges that I face.